Hi, my name is Caroline Pitts, and today we will discuss synapsis of chromosomes during meiosis in different individuals. Here are some terms you might be interested in reviewing before we continue. So what exactly is going on during this process? During anaphase 2 of meiosis, 2 chromosomes divide to create 4 chromatids. But if there's some sort of mutation, the chromosomes can adjust and align themselves to match with each other. We will be using a hypothetical example to explain this concept. A local rabbit breeder in Raleigh is interested in breeding 2 lionhead rabbits, Mrs. Snuffles and Dr. Puffles, in order to create adorable little gray lionhead babies to show off at the state fair. But before breeding them, she wants to make sure that they do not have any chromosomal abnormalities that will be passed on in the litter, and they must determine which rabbit to use for breeding. When looking at Mrs. Snuffles, we can see that she has the chromosomes MIJ, KLHG, and GHIJ, KLM. By themselves, the chromosomes will not line up and match lettering, but if we line up both chromosomes, then take the second pattern and reverse it and realign it with the first set of chromosomes, not only do they match up a little bit better, but we can also see a pericentric inversion. Now we will put each loci in an inversion loop to better match the letters of the chromosomes, where we can see a crossover between J and K. We can now see what this crossover would look like, as the 2 new gametes that will come from this crossover will each have half of one chromosome and half of the other. Following the crossover, we can see 4 new chromatids and determine which are viable and non-viable. We have MIJ-KLHG, MLK-JIHG, MIJ-KLM, and GHIJ-KLHJ. Now we can see that the first 2 chromatids are viable, while the last 2 are not. This is due to the repeating pattern of letters. Now if we take a look at Dr. Puffles, we can see that he has the chromosomes MIJ-KLHG and GHLK-JIM. Remember, the dot represents the centromere, and again we can see a crossover between J and K. Once again, we will flip the second chromosome to allow the lettering to line up better, and we can see that this time they are exactly identical and they match up perfectly. Due to the chromosomes being identical, this time we do not need to use an inversion loop. Here we can see the crossover of Dr. Puffles. Again, the 2 new gametes that will come from this crossover will each have half of one chromosome and half of the other. Now that this crossover is complete, we can see that all of the chromosomes are MIJ-KLHG. Not only are the chromatids all identical, but they are also all viable. Now, which rabbit is the breeder most likely to choose? When we compare back the gametes for Mrs. Snuffles and Dr. Puffles, we can see that Mrs. Snuffles only had 2 viable gametes, while Dr. Puffles had all 4. For this reason, Dr. Puffles is more likely to have a higher fitness, and the rabbit breeder will use him for the next litter.